Detecting Dog of the Day. Tuesday, 17th day of October, 6:25 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Well, does anybody out there think they got a site they can declare actually hunted out by a VLF metal detector? All models made. Can you? Can the sharpshooter? The answer is no. Why is that? Well, evidently this bird dog program on this day is two can do some things. So you could have a silver dollar in a sight shallow. You could have a Civil War belt plate in a Relics sight, a breastplate, $50. Gold rings. Parks may not be hunted out in the United States, boys. You know, I've always been saying this for a few years since I started doing videos and metal detectors. You know, what's wrong with a lot of targets in sites where they still exist? You know, they've got something wrong with them. Alright? The bird dog program might sniff it out for you. And yes, there are non-Nonfer targets in the world where the situation exists. You will not get any signal running anything where you can discriminate out iron with single frequency VLFs and multi-frequency VLFs. I've not run all detectors. I can't do what I'm doing with this machine with the Manicore. I don't believe I can do it with the E-Track. I don't believe I can do this with a Fisher F75. None of them knob jobs that Deep Tech Vista makes. Okay. Don't think you can do this with a White's V3i. I don't have mine anymore. I know somebody's got one. I like to borrow it and look at it. I don't think you can do this with the Legend. Okay. I'm just letting you know. You know, sharpshooter's a straight shooter. So, as far as a site being deemed hunted out, it ain't the easiest, you know, this is, you gotta put a little effort into using this little setup I've come up with. And oh, you don't have to have a lot of iron in a site. You can hunt relics in a field that ain't hardly got any iron in them. But, you know, the prize could be laying under one each nail, laying flat in the ground. And you hit it with that program there from about any direction, you may get an indication that it's down there. Of course, you get to rotate on the target. You rotate on targets running the machine in conventional settings generally, unless maybe you're on one of them hunts where seated hunts, you know, where you're trying to get everything you can as fast as you can. They may need to change them seated hunts though. Start putting some crossed up nails over some of them coins they're putting in there and see who's slick enough to bring the old GS2 and run it in the bird dog program. I may do a video and go more into detail on how to set this thing up. I've got a couple of people asking. Got one over on Dankowski's forum. It is interesting to know what this machine does, okay? And you know, I sort of wonder about this. Could a manufacturer, even like XP, could what this machine is doing, could it be refined just for the purpose of what I've discovered I can do with it? I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm not smart enough to be one of them. I'm just a hick from the sticks, boys. Well, anyway, I hope everybody has a good evening. The sun is down here now. The old street lights are burning. Got me a new one of them. They changed my bulb, but boy, it's a bright job. Hope you enjoyed.